Back for more on the Web Insurance Countdown to Kickoff on 1150 WIMA. Time now to make our predictions for this week. My name's Todd Walker. Jason Aldrich, Mike Miller are with me. And quick review back to last week, week number 6. Not a great week. Aldrich wins the week.
Yes!
For the first time this season. Aldrich goes 4-1. Here's how it played out. We all had Elida over Shawnee. We all had OG over Kenton. Oops. We all missed that one.
Yeah.
We all had Lima Senior over Findlay. Got that one. Now, where we had differences, LCC Spencerville. Miller and Walker picked LCC. Aldrich took the Bearcats. Jefferson Crestview. Miller picked Jefferson. Aldrich and Walker prevailed there.
Hey, I'm from Delphus. Come on.
No, you're from Ottoville. They don't claim you.
That's the same
So
thing.
here's the overall standings now. Yours truly at 25-5. Miller at 22-8.
Ooh.
Aldrich 22-8.
Yes,
So,
right back in it.
Caught up with Miller, besting him by 2 games last week. So let's get to this week's picks as we look around the scene. Let's start with the big game in the WBL. You can hear it on our sister station, 107.5 WZRX with Mike on the call. Presented by Taylor Kia, Wapakoneta hosting Ottawa Glandorf. Mike, what do you think?
A little bit nervous from a Wapakoneta standpoint because Ottawa Glandorf can score some points with their spread attack. They've got some good receivers, but boy, I'll tell you what, the Wapakoneta defense, as good as Kenton's is, I think Wapakoneta's probably a better defense because they can pressure you up front, and they have nothing but veterans in their secondary, including a 6'5" safety who also is their backup quarterback, Aaron Huffman. He's really rangy and he's pretty physical. I don't think the Titans are going to be able to move the football that well against Wapakoneta, and that's going to be enough, I believe, because Wapakoneta's offense is better than average. So I like Wapakoneta to win this big showdown game.
Jason, Skins, Titans, what do you say?
I'm going to go Skins. I mean, playing at home, and they've answered the bell just about every week. And I even go back to that week 2 where they had to go back on a Saturday to Kenton. Didn't play well at all on that Friday night when weather delayed them into the next day. And then they really turned it around and pulled out a close victory there and haven't lost, obviously, since.
So we're all taking Wapakoneta. Another game in the WBL involving 2 Lima teams, Bath at Shawnee. The Cats seem to be on a bit of a roll after beating Van Wert last week, 15-14. Shawnee with a good battle losing at Elida. So is this a Bath win or a Shawnee win, Mike?
I think it's a Bath win, but it's a pretty close call, frankly, because Bath has been sort of up and down. If Shawnee comes to play from a physical standpoint and their defense comes to play, I can see an upset here, and it wouldn't be that big of an upset. I'm just more familiar with Bath because I've seen them. I'm going to take Bath.
Jason, what do you think?
I'm going to agree. I think Bath is improving week in and week out, so I'll take the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think Bath is a better overall offensive team. I think Shawnee really last week was able to take advantage of Elida's poor rush defense and run the ball very well against them. But I like where Bath has come from and where they're going. I think they're on the upswing here. I'll take the Cats. Also, a game that's important to the Northwest Conference tonight, Spencerville hosting Bluffton. Bluffton at 1-5, but every one of their games seem to come right down to the end. They lose 39-38 or something along those lines. Last week at Allen East, they lost 39-35 right at the end. So Bluffton has had numerous close calls. Can their high-scoring offense help them to pull the shocker tonight with Spencerville maybe in a letdown mode after the LCC game? Mike?
No, it can't, Todd. Spencerville is on a roll, and beating Lima Central Catholic psychologically takes Spencerville to a whole nother level. It tells them that they can beat good teams with some next-level speed, that sort of thing. But you're right with your assessment of Bluffton. They're the most exciting 1-5 team.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I think it's out. Their game with Allen East last week, I caught some of that on WOSN. That was very entertaining, but I can't pick against John Zerbe's Bearcats at this point. I got Spencerville.
Yeah, Bluffton also had that wild loss against Ada. Lost 41-31 to Crestview. maybe one of these weeks they're going to break through, Jason Aldrich.
Spencerville didn't let me down last week. I don't think they will again this week either. I'm taking the Cats.
So we're all on the Bearcats.
Right.
I'll take Spencerville as well, but Bluffton's dangerous. They're liable
They
up
are.
and beat somebody here one of these times.
I
But
agree.
Spencerville, I just like what they're doing defensively as well. Now let's get to the two big games of the night. First one, Mac, Coldwater, Marion Local. Both teams are undefeated. You know about their pedigree. You know what this means. Do you know who's going to win?
I'm taking Marion Local. I think their senior class maybe is a little better than Coldwater. I mean, obviously Coldwater speaks for itself, but I'm not certain. I mean, their opening win against Kenton was very impressive, but they've been a little bit nicked up this year. I'm just going to go with Marion Local for no great sense other than their senior class, I think, is better than Coldwater's.
Jason Aldrich, Flyers, Cavaliers.
This is one I like to call a toss-up.
I
gentlemen.
knew it. There we go.
Heads, Marion Local. Tails, Coldwater. Here's the flip. Heads, Marion Local.
All right, well, it makes it unanimous then. I'm taking the Flyers. Coldwater.
No guts,
Heads.
Todd. No guts.
That's who I'm taking. Marion Local has looked really good every week, and Coldwater has looked really good too. But I think Marion Local has been on top of their game. Coldwater has been a little bit rougher. Brody Hoying's injury might have set them back. I think the Flyers are just really, really good. You look at their defensive numbers; they're allowing nothing. I mean, to get anything against Marion Local is an accomplishment. I'll take the Flyers. Low-scoring game, though.
One of the big things in sports always is, where did a streak begin? Often that's where it ends.
Absolutely.
Marion Local's 28-game winning streak, they last lost to
Coldwater,
Coldwater, but that doesn't apply in this instance. That's why I picked Marion Local, because the last team to beat Coldwater was.
Also Marion
So
Local.
there you go.
There it is. How about our broadcast game tonight? Lima Senior at Toledo St. John's. The Titans offensively have been putting it together in recent weeks. A tough non-league schedule saw them open the season 0-3. Lima Senior's pulverizing everybody. Is it possible the Spartans trip tonight up there on Airport Highway, Mike?
I think it is possible, but it's not likely. I think it's possible because St. John's has a handful of very excellent athletes that it's going to take a combination of things, Spartan turnovers, and St. John's is going to have to play their best offensive game of the year, because over the course of 4 quarters, Lima Senior just scores too many points against these teams. At the end of the day, I'm going to have to pick Lima Senior.
Jason, you picking an upset here?
I don't think so, Todd. Hard to get off the Spartan bandwagon now. I mean, they made it this far. They might as well keep it rolling, and I'm going to pick Lima Senior.
Yeah, I had a feeling when I looked at our games it might be unanimous this week. And for the first time this year, we're all in agreement on every game. I like the Spartans tonight. But, Mike, you're right. St. John's has the firepower to keep this interesting. But in the end, I don't think they have enough defense. And Lima Senior will make enough plays to win and get to 7 wins for the first time since 1997. Those are our picks for Week 7. We'll take a break and come back and talk with Mark Coons from TV 44 and WOSN as the countdown to kickoff continues toward Lima Senior and Toledo St. John's on 1150 WIMA.